girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Females made you just a dreamy.
Hey guys, I'm back with another video. And to get straight into the video, today me and my boyfriend will be going to a new restaurant called Yamashiro. And we're just really excited to go to a new restaurant. Not just for this restaurant, but because we will be celebrating our 2-year anniversary. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. Alright guys, so today me and my boyfriend are gonna celebrate our 2-year anniversary, which is crazy because I'm in my junior year and we have been dating since my freshman year, which is crazy to me because I never would have thought that we would have gotten this far, especially with high school relationships. You don't really think that they'll last, and it's just shocking because I don't know, I've never had that type of relationship at all with anyone, and he's really changed me in so many ways, and I'm really grateful to have him in my life. Anyway, so today me and my boyfriend are gonna go try this new restaurant in North Hollywood that's called a Yamashiro. And me and him have never been there before. We found them on Instagram, and I'm just really excited to try out their food. Not to mention that the place is really beautiful. Like, just from what I've seen online and from their website, it's just really nice there, and I'm super excited to take videos and pictures, and even in general just to celebrate our anniversary. Like I said, I wouldn't think that we would make it this far, but here we are, and I'm just really excited. So right now I'm gonna get ready, and I'm probably just gonna give you guys like a little like I'm probably just gonna be talking about a relationship just so you guys can like get to know us and how we are, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so as I'm looking back at the video, I low-key realized that I put on the wrong like shade of concealer. So you guys and me are gonna pretend like I'm wearing the right shade of concealer and that it looks good. So, you know, I'm not gonna ruin the video or anything, so you know. Alright, so me and my boyfriend met in my freshman year, and it was literally like the first week of school. And I first saw him in my Spanish class because that year I was taking Spanish honors. And I was new to the school because I had recently moved and I was supposed to go to another high school, but I obviously didn't. And I ended up switching schools, and I didn't really have anyone to talk to. I didn't have any friends yet. And so I saw him and I thought he was cute. And I literally said to myself, because you know how your teachers like make you stand up against the wall so that they can see you or whatever? That's what we did. And then I saw him and I was like, he's cute. But at that time I didn't want a relationship because I was just like in my independent era, I guess. And so obviously I did not make the first move. I have never made the first move actually. And I don't think I ever will. And I don't think that's ever going to be like a chance that I'll get to even do it. And so fast forward, we had this assembly and it was during our second period and he was in my second period, obviously. And so we ended up walking there. And once the assembly was over, I remember hearing someone like say like, "Hey, miss." And I was like, what the hell? Like, I didn't think they were referring to me, right? So I just kept walking. And they shouted it kind of like while I was like, because I was like over there like already going to my class, and they were still kind of like back there. And I didn't know who it was, and I was just like, I'm not going to turn around. I don't even know if they're talking to me. And so I just kept walking, and then fast forward, I did end up making like 2 friends, and we would hang out during lunch. And so fast forward to like a few days later during that first week of school, it was lunchtime and I was walking around, and I even told my friends, like at that time, I told them, I was like, you know, there's this guy that I think he's really cute and blah, 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 right? And so I ended up telling them that, and then I think we ended up seeing him, and I was like kind of like pointing towards him, I guess. And while we were walking, I could see him walking over to us. And I think he started off introducing himself, and I was obviously nervous, and I think he made me shake his hand, and he ended up asking for my Instagram. And at that time I used to post a lot on Instagram, and I was like, I don't want anyone having my Instagram at this school because I used to post like a lot of stuff, And I just wasn't really like, I didn't want anyone to like know about it because I know that he had a really big friend group at that time. And he's a football player, so obviously like I was like, I had my suspicions just because of the rumors you hear about football players. Oh, that's dirty. And so he asked for my Instagram and I said no, and I think he kind of gave up, and then that's when I went in and said I could give you my number. And then I said that and he like took it. He was like, all right. And then I ended up giving him my number. And then he ended up going back to his friends. And he even told me that same week, while I was like thinking that he was cute, he told me himself, he was like, I also thought that you were really cute. I was really nervous to go up to you. And then that same day during lunch, he ended up telling his friends started pushing him and urging him to go and ask for my number or Instagram. And I thought it was really funny because I would have never made the first move if it wasn't for that. And so later that day, I used to go to sleep at 8, which is crazy because now I'm like a night owl. And so he ended up texting me after his practice because at that time his practice ended like at 6 or maybe 7, depending. And he would end up going home and all that, right? And so he would text me. He texted me like at 8 and I was already going to sleep and everything. I was in my PJs. I was ready to knock out. And he ended up texting me. And we texted a little bit and I was like, oh, but I have to go to sleep. And I ended up going to sleep. And then fast forward, I actually ended up asking him. I was like, you know what? Like, let me ask him. Like, I'm in high school now. Like, maybe I can finally go out with boys or whatever, you know? And I was just kind of like testing my parents' boundaries. And I also wanted to see like if I could make the first move, I guess. I don't know what I was thinking, but I ended up asking him. I was like, let's go to the movies. And it was like on a Saturday, right? And so we ended up going to the movies and we had a good day. We ended up watching this shark movie. I think it was The Meg. And I chose it obviously because I like shark movies, and he ended up sticking with it because I guess he just wanted to impress me or whatever. And we ended up watching that, but it got boring, and then we ended up leaving the movie theaters. And in that movie theaters, they have like an arcade, and we ended up playing there for a bit. And it was so funny because while I was sitting down, I would like hold my legs up to my stomach just because I was like cold. And then he looked at me weird. He looked at me weird and he was like, are you okay? I don't know if he said that, but I remember him saying or telling me that he was thinking that. He was like, what the hell? Like, he was weirded out because I was sitting so weird. And you know what? I'll give that to him because I was sitting weird, but I was cold and I didn't want to like have my legs down, and I was kind of uncomfortable because this was like a first time thing for me. Like, I've never gone out on a date. I've never had any of that happen to me. So we ended up leaving and going to the arcade, and we ended up going to this other arcade that was like right next door to the movie theaters, and we had popcorn. And a funny story about that is that he swears I spilled the popcorn, but we were playing with like one of the claw machines, and he literally like pushed over or like knocked over the popcorn that was in my hand, and it spilled everywhere. And until this day, he swears it was me because I was holding it weird. And I know for a fact that it was his fault that he spilled it. And so fast forward, like, we still end up laughing about it a lot because he swears I dropped it, but I obviously didn't. And yeah, that was one of our very first dates. After that, we had another date, and that day, I remember we ended up going to this pop-up market. It's like, it was like a pop-up market where all these like small vendors would come and they would sell their things, and I ended up taking him with me. And I remember him buying me flowers, and I remember him telling me later on that he spent his like last amount of money on me getting me those flowers. And it's so funny because now that I'm a florist and looking back at the photos of the flowers, they weren't even good. They were like halfway dying, but in my eyes they were absolutely perfect because he bought me them, and I just thought that it was such like a nice gesture. and he ended up spending his last amount of money on me. And I remember him telling me like later on as well that that was when he decided to get a job, because I guess he realized how expensive girls or having a girlfriend is. And yeah, after that we've been talking, and then he finally asked me to be his girlfriend in December, and he ended up asking me with like a bouquet of flowers and then like with a basket of snacks. And it was overall like, it was pretty cute. I liked it. I still have the video to this day because his sister recorded it for us. Anyways, that's basically really it. I mean, he's basically like raised me, because not like in a weird way, but like he's always been there for me. He's really supportive, and he's just really, really funny. I remember when I first met him, I really liked the fact that he was really funny. And even though it pisses me off, because he also tries to be funny when I'm mad, and it, you know, like, you don't want someone to be like trying to make you laugh when you're mad and you're trying to keep a straight face. Like, obviously it pisses me off, but it always works. It always works, and it pisses me off because he knows it always works, and then I know it's coming and I know he's just gonna do it, and it just pisses me off more. But that's just the type of person he is, and I'm really happy that we made it this far, really, because he's in his senior year and I'm in my junior year. So one more year and then we can officially call each other high school sweethearts. And I'm honestly so excited to say that, because I don't know, it's just kind of like a goal, really. Me and him tried to match outfits today for our date. He's gonna be wearing like, I think, all black, and I don't really like wearing black. I honestly feel like black doesn't suit me, but you know, I could be wrong, like 100% wrong, but you know, it's just a preference. So today I literally went to my local mall and I got a red like wine top to wear because I want to put my hair up, and it's kind of like a turtleneck, not really, but and I'm hoping that it looks good, because sometimes I can't even style myself, which kind of sucks to say. I mean, my boyfriend kind of literally styles me basically. Everything that I wear is usually like 80% of the time what he bought me. Alright, I'm basically done getting ready, and now I'm gonna change. I think I'm gonna obviously fix up my lashes and just like make them not be so like clustered or clumped up, but I'm first gonna let them dry just a bit before I do that. So I'm gonna put on my clothes and I'll show you guys.
Yes, who arrived?
Look, I blend into the dark.
We're gonna go eat some Japanese food. Face puffer, Nike sweater, Christian Dior's. Yup, her fit right here. Fuck, she got it on.
I'm cold. I'll take it off my neck there.
Yup.
So when I die, which I must do, could it shine down here with you? Just my love is mine, all mine. I love mine. Nothing in the world belongs to me but my love, mine, all mine, all mine.
I didn't really like this. The texture is
Alright.
Alright, got bao buns. Cheers.
Really? 10 out of 10.
Chat. Woo. Not even come. That's good.
Babe, they can't read that.
Yamashiru. You gotta bite the bottom. That's where the flavor's at. Yeah, right there. Should we go back inside?
Look who it is. It's JoJo the goat.
How do you know that? Make a right.
You think? Oh, you
Oh,
sure it's not
shit.
that way?
Can't even see us.
We're black.